What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today is Friday. That means Xur is back in the tower again, oddly enough. He's been in the reef quite a few times in the recent past, but he's back. He's hanging out over by the speaker's chamber, by the big black doors that'll never fucking open. Let's see what he's got. I'll give you guys some recommendations. Have a little fun with it. See what's going on here. All right, Xur's got Legacy Engrams. It's a heavy weapon engram. So you want a year 1 power level heavy weapon, which I can't imagine anybody does. You can buy one here for 31 strange coins. Next up, for Titans, we got the Helm of Inmost Light. Main perk here is Recklessness. Provides death from above and headstrong for Fist of Havoc. Look, death from above can actually be a lot of fun in PvE. I'm sorry, in PvP. In PvE, it's actually not that useful. But in PvP, it can be a lot of fun to use. However, there's so many other exotics that are so good for Titans, it's really hard to use an exotic just to get a couple of perks. Especially Death from Above and Headstrong. If you want to use Death from Above, that's great. Just pick it as a perk and then go with a better exotic for your Titan. Something like the Armamentarium or the Twilight Garrison or whatever you like better. But the Helm of Inmost Light is very cool looking. It's got good perks. It's just not great perks. This one's got increased intellect and strength, hands-on, heavy lifting, better already, and it comes with an 89% roll for your intellect and strength. So it's not super high. If you do buy this, I'd recommend re-rolling it with glass needles. All right, next up for the hunters, the ATS-8 Arachnid. I actually love the look of this helmet. I think it's really cool looking with the spider eyes on it. The main perk here is Arachnid Sensorium. Your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed and can be kept ready for longer. I suppose there's some utility there, but I've never found it. Having the golden gun around for longer could be useful in PvP, especially 3v3, where you might have to run quite a while after you use your first and second shot. And maybe you want to kill that third guy with that third shot, but he's not necessarily right next to the other guys that you killed. I suppose there's some utility there. The zooming, I don't see the utility in at all. You know, the maps that we play PvP on these days just aren't that big to make that a real factor, and it just doesn't matter. So really the utility of this would come from keeping your golden gun around for longer. But really, you know, again, there's so many good exotics for a hunter. It's hard to imagine using your exotic slot in PvP on the Arachnid. And in PvE, I just don't see the utility at all. I'd much rather go with the Celestial Nighthawk for PvE. This one comes with increased strength, increased intellect, ashes to assets, second thoughts, and better already. And it comes with an 87% intellect and strength roll. So again, you're probably going to want to re-roll these with glass needles if you do end up picking it up. All right. The last exotic piece of armor of the week is the Obsidian Mind. I love the Obsidian Mind. This makes strikes on a Void Lock an awful lot of fun. The main perk here is Insatiable. Nova Bomb kills reduce the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb. So the goal here is to use your Nova Bomb to get a lot of kills every time you use it, and it will immediately refill up most of your super meter, which is a lot of fun to use. And once you know the content in strikes and in missions, this can be really good. And there's certain raids that it's been really good in too. So definitely pick up the Obsidian Mind. Play with this one in strikes, especially if we get a void modifier on the strike playlist. This could come in really handy because you're just going to be Nova bombing everybody. You know, every group of enemies you're going to be trying to Nova bomb, refilling your super meter, doing another Nova Bomb, refilling your super meter, doing another Nova Bomb. It's a lot of fun. Definitely pick this one up. This one comes with increased strength, increased intellect, hands-on, heavy lifting, and innervation, and a very low 85% roll on the strength and intellect. So you're definitely going to want to re-roll these if you pick them up this week. But these are a lot of fun to use, so definitely pick these up if you haven't gotten them already. Next up, our weapon of the week is the Mida Multi-Tool, one of my favorite weapons of all time in Destiny. What sets this weapon apart is it's got a good fire rate, good impact, it's got good stability. You know, it's just a solid weapon, and it also increases your movement speed by a pretty significant amount. So you just feel more agile when you're using this thing. It's also got a magazine size of 21. It's just a goddamn good weapon. It's good for PvP. It's good for PvE, but since they lost high caliber rounds, there used to be a hidden perk on this that really increased the flinch of people when you shot them. And they took that away from the Might and Multi-Tool last year, which is unfortunate because it was really good when it had that. It's still really good, but it lost some of its PvE utility, I think, when it lost that. But it is a very, very solid weapon, one of the best scouts in the game. And having that increased movement speed, I'll tell you, once you get used to it, it's hard to give it up to select another gun. It's a very fun gun to use. Definitely pick that one up. For curios, we got the Emerald Coil and the Void Drive to upgrade your blue rare Sparrow to legendary status. We got heavy ammo synthesis. You can buy 3 of them for 1 strange coin or 10 of them for 3 strange coins. We have 3 of coins and glass needles here, so you can buy either one of those. I would definitely recommend buying glass needles if you're going to buy any of the armor this week, because it's all got pretty horrendous rolls. You're definitely going to want to re-roll it with glass needles. And of course, for material exchange, we got Mozolite for 2 strange coins and exotic shards for 7 strange coins. Not a spectacular week, but, you know, that's where we're at with Xur. I really love the Might of Multi-Tool. I really love using the Obsidian Mind. Helm and Mozolite and the ATS-8 Arachnid are pretty firm passes in my mind. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys later.